I'd now love to introduce you to Azita, so founder of the Centre for Leadership Excellence and also founder of the Centre for Youth Leadership in the USA. So Azita has a great deal of experience both as a seasonal leadership coach and also as an international speaker, helping individuals harness their innate potential. Looking forward to hearing your presentation today, Azita. So thank you so much. I will hand over to you.
So good morning, good evening, depending on where you are connecting from today, my friends. First of all, thank you so much to all the conference organizers, to you today, Hannah, for actually helping us with these presentations. I'm very grateful to be here. My name is Azita Alavi, as Hannah mentioned, and it's actually a great honor to be here with all of you today. Just like many of you, I wear different hats. First of all, as a mother, as a daughter, as a wife, as a professional woman. So we can all have so many titles, but more than anything else, I just give myself the title of a believer because I believe in human untapped potential, the potential that's often beyond our imagination, the potential to lead, to transform, and to make a profound difference in this world. I think we're all here today because on some level, we believe there is something more we can reach for in life, something bigger inside of us that's waiting to be realized. But just knowing that we have a potential isn't enough. The real question is, how do we uncover it? So I invite you to join me as I share my personal story of this discovery, and in fact, self-discovery. Actually, by sharing our stories, we try to connect. And through connection, we try to inspire. And through inspiration, we create real transformation. And I hope that's true. So let's get started. When I was 17 years old, I was witness to a deadly event that happened to someone I knew, and seeing that terrible scene and experience that trauma stayed with me for years. This wasn't just an ordinary fear. It was the kind that lingers long after the event is over, especially for a young person, a teenager. I became convinced that the world was unsafe, and so fear began to impact every decision I made. And later, as an immigrant moving to Canada, another country at the time, when I was much, much younger, that fear compounded. I felt out of place, like I didn't belong, like my dreams were too big, like far out of reach. And my fear over time became my prison. I became overly cautious, too sensitive, and I stopped honestly pursuing opportunities that at the time could change my life. But here's the important part. I was lucky that fear wasn't the end of my story. Fast forward several years, I participated in a 3-day seminar and encountered something that changed my life, and that was personal development. It came to me like a revelation, like someone had turned on the lights in a room that I even didn't know was dark. One of my mentors, John Maxwell, says that everything rises and falls on leadership. But before we can lead others, we must learn to lead ourselves. And leading ourselves means facing our fears and getting rid of limiting beliefs that have held us captive for so long. So for years, my subconscious mind was running on fear-based programming. But as I began to delve into personal development, I learned a profound truth. I learned that the fear that had followed me for years was just the story that I had created after that terrible experience, and that I had the power to rewrite it. Brain scientists tells us that 95% of our behavior is controlled by our subconscious programming. But here's the good news. Just as we unwantedly program our subconscious with limiting beliefs and fear, we can also reprogram it. The brain is capable of incredible transformation. Our thoughts create neural pathways in the brain. And the more we think about a thought, the more ingrained and strong that pathway becomes. But the moment we begin to think new thoughts, like thoughts of possibility, hope, and confidence, we start to reshape or rewire our brains, which means we are reprogramming our brain. So imagine your brain as a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt or fear, that's what grows there. But if you start planting seeds of belief in yourself and belief in your power to change, you cultivate a new reality. So the amazing thing about the human brain is its ability to adapt. And this in neuroscience is called neuroplasticity, which means no matter our age, no matter our past, our brains can rewire themselves. Basically, we can create new patterns of thinking, habits, and beliefs. And those old stories, like mine, that held us back, can be replaced by new stories of possibility, courage, and empowerment. So let's now do a quick exercise together. Are you ready? Okay. So I invite you to please think about what fear is holding you back. Think about it. What is one fear that is holding you back? So just a hint, maybe it's a fear of failure. You don't want to fail. Maybe it's a fear of not being enough. Maybe you think you don't know enough. Maybe it's a fear of being judged. You don't like to be laughed at or mocked at. Whatever it is, let's just acknowledge it for now. Let's accept it. And now, close your eyes just for a moment. Think of one thing you want to achieve. Something you've been afraid to go after, but you so badly want to do it. Now imagine yourself doing it. Visualize it. Feel it. See it with all the details, everything, and stay there for a moment. What do you see? How do you feel? It feels good. What you just did is incredibly powerful. Dr. Daniel Amen, a renowned brain health expert and my mentor, teaches that visualization is one of the most effective ways to create new neural pathways in the brain. So by imagining and feeling success, we can begin to rewire our brains for that reality. And this is the first step to unlocking our potential, which is believing that it's possible for us to change and achieve what we want. And in fact, seeing it in our mind as if it's true and it's happening, because our brain cannot really recognize between what we are thinking that is true and what is really true. It can't. So for years, I had told myself that my dreams were too big and that I wasn't ready, that I didn't belong in spaces where leadership was happening and leaders were making decisions. But as I immersed myself in personal development, I realized that those stories were lies. The truth is, I already had everything I needed to succeed. The moment I embraced that truth and I felt it and I saw it in my mind, I woke up to this reality and my entire perspective about myself shifted. John Maxwell teaches about the law of the lid, which states that our leadership ability determines our level of effectiveness. And that means if we believe our potential is capped at a certain level, we never rise above that lid. But the moment we raise our belief in what's possible for us, we raise our potential for success. And so that is how I changed my story. I raised the lid on my potential. I challenged my old beliefs and I started seeing myself differently. I started living differently. I was able to find what I really wanted to do in my life, what I was passionate about, and also what I was good at. And as I began to move towards my dreams and took action, I changed and opportunities started opening up. I became a better person, a better leader, a more confident person, and I began to inspire others to do the same. So, as a leadership coach and trainer, I had the privilege of working with individuals from all walks of life, women, men, and youth, who have experienced profound transformations on their leadership journey. Let me share a few stories with you. One of the women I coached was a brilliant professional, but like many of us, she struggled with imposter syndrome, which means she doubted her worth and was constantly questioning whether she belonged in leadership. Through our work together, we focused on changing her limiting beliefs and helped build her confidence and helped her really embrace her unique strengths. She not only stepped into a leadership role, but also became an advocate for other women in her organization. So her life and career changed because she chose to believe in her own power. For one of the young men I worked with, self image was his greatest obstacle. He avoided taking risks and missed opportunities to grow in his job. Through coaching, we worked on shifting his mindset to believe in his greatness and potential and to see value in himself, like enough value to find the courage to ask for a promotion and to seek better opportunities. So, by embracing this new perspective and by applying what he learned, he was able to find people who supported him and he was promoted to a better position, something he never thought he was capable of before. So his leadership journey started with one shift in how he saw himself as capable and worthy of the promotion he truly deserved. And then there is the youth. Working with young people has been one of the most rewarding parts of my journey as a mentor. One particular woman that I mentored, I used a system that I have created and I called it Discovering the Genius in You. She learned about her brain and realized how powerful her brain is and how she can use it to achieve her goals and be a leader. She also learned that leadership isn't about title or positions, but it's about influence, it's about service, and about authenticity. Today, I'm proud to say that she's following her dream and is leading community initiatives and inspiring other young people to do the same. So these stories highlight a universal truth that leadership is within all of us, waiting to be unlocked. Whether it's a woman battling imposter syndrome, a man overcoming low self confidence, or a young person discovering their potential, the transformation is possible and real, my friends. Leadership is about transformation, personal, professional, and societal. And the best part, it's not reserved for a select few, it's for each and every one of us. My experiences coaching women, men, and youth have shown me that when we unlock our potential and our leadership potential, the impact is far reaching. So now that we have talked about the power of mindset and transformation, let's get into some practical strategies that have helped me transform my life. and leadership, and that you can also use. So let me please share my screen here. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So the first one is challenging our limiting beliefs. So this is the first and the most important step. Take a moment to write down the beliefs that have been holding you back. Maybe it's I'm not good enough, or I don't have the right skills, or I don't want to fail, whatever it is, just challenge it. Ask yourself, is it really true for me, or is it just my fear talking? Do you believe in the power of yourself to lead your life? You need to see value in yourself before you can add value to others. If you don't believe in your own potential, my friends, how can you help others believe in theirs? So start challenging your limiting beliefs. I'm sorry, I had to go to here actually. Okay, so that was number one. We have to challenge our limiting beliefs. Second one is we have to cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset means that you believe your abilities can be developed. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that when we believe we can improve and grow, we activate the parts of the brain that are responsible for conscious and empowered decision making. So start believing that you can grow, you can be better, and you can be successful, and you can achieve your dreams. You have to start believing in that. And something else that's very important, start seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. When you fail, and you will, learn from them. Don't be scared of making mistakes, because every step back, every mistake, I don't want to call it failure, but every mistake, when we learn from it, it's not a mistake, because it's just a stepping stone to success, because we're becoming better by learning those lessons from our mistakes. So number two was building a growth mindset. Number three, we have to surround ourselves with the right people. I mean, who you spend your time with is very, very important. We often hear that we are the average of 5 people we spend the most time with, and that is true. Their influence is not negotiable. So if you want to grow, you want to surround yourself with people who challenge you to be better, who believe in your potential, and who support your growth. So take a moment now to think about your current circle. Are these people at work? Are these people your friends? Everybody around you, are they holding you back or lifting you up? Think about this. This is actually a very serious question. So the third one was to surround ourselves with the right people. The fourth one, we have to invest in our personal development. Extremely crucial. Never stop learning, never stop growing. Dr. Daniel Amen talks about the importance of brain health. If your brain is healthy, you are more likely to succeed, because you will be a happier and more motivated person. This means you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically. So nourish your mind, brain, and body with the right and healthy food and thoughts. Make personal development a daily habit. Whether it's reading, taking courses, or working with a coach or mentor, invest in you, invest in your growth. Okay, so number 4 was investing in our personal development. And the last but not the least Very important. Use affirmations to rewire your brain. Affirmations are powerful because, as we said before, thoughts become things. The more you repeat a thought, the more it becomes part of your reality because you're creating, as we said, neural pathways in the brain as you think those thoughts. And those thoughts and beliefs form and create the person you are and what you do. So start each day with positive affirmations. Tell yourself many times during the day, I'm enough. I'm a leader. I have the power to change and to create change. These affirmations will begin to rewire your brain and help you build confidence that you need to step in your greatness. And I will stop sharing right now. Okay. So now I want to confess that as women, we face unique challenges when it comes to leadership. Society tells us to be strong, but not too strong, ambitious, but not too ambitious. We're expected to lead, but sometimes we're not given the same opportunities as men, the opportunities we deserve. But I want you to hear me clearly. You, my dear sister, you belong in every room where decisions are made. You belong in positions of leadership. You belong in spaces of influence. What holds us back is not our ability, it's our belief about what we're capable of. Because us, as human beings, we are God's highest form of creation. We are capable of achieving far, far more than we ever imagined. So, what's stopping us? Is it fear? Is it the story we've been telling ourselves? Whatever it is, I want you to know this. You are more powerful than you think. Your authenticity, your unique story, your strengths, and even your challenges are your greatest assets as a leader. Now, I want to ask you a question. What story were you telling yourself? Think about the most significant challenge you're facing right now in your life or career, and you feel you can't change. Now, start rewriting that story. How would your life look like if you believed you were capable of doing that? You were capable of greatness. What decisions would you make? How would you show up in your life? Take a moment to reflect on this question. Make a point to sit with a cup of coffee, and please do this very important exercise and try to visualize all the details with as much precision as possible. So today I want to challenge you, whether men or women. As women, ask yourself, who can I support? Whose life can I impact? Whether it's challenging a limiting belief in yourself, or mentoring a young person, or advocating for a colleague, you have the power to create transformation. You have the power to rise to your greatness and have the power to support and uplift other women to rise into their potential. When we support each other as women, we change lives and we change our own life, because I've seen it happen time and again. Now to the gentleman in the room, your role is equally vital. Women cannot rise to their fullest potential in leadership without your support and partnership. Leadership isn't about dominance. It's about collaboration, inclusion, and empowerment. So I invite you to become allies for women in leadership. Challenge gender stereotypes and use your platform to support women. Because when men actively support and champion women, they not only help create a more balanced and fair leadership landscape, but they also benefit from the diverse perspectives and talents that women bring. And I want to leave you with one thought. You are already enough. The leader you're looking for is already inside you. You don't need permission from anybody to step to your greatness. Your brain is designed for growth. Your potential is limitless. And the world is waiting for leader inside you. Leadership is about taking responsibility for your life, for your actions, and for your impact. So don't wait. Start today. Be bold. Lead with authenticity, with courage and confidence. And let's build this future together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Azita.
So I just want, at the end, if possible, just want to share my contact, if that's okay with you. Just,
absolutely.
There we go. If you want to stay in touch, I would love to stay in touch with all of you. You can get a screenshot of this slide. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time. Really appreciate you all. And thanks again.
Sure. Thank you so much, Azita. So much of what you talked about really resonated for me. And I think one of the takeaways that I took and quite like is around the visualization. And I think if you can visualize something, if you can imagine it, you can make it happen. Often we can't bring things to life if we can't see it or we can't picture it. So visualization is a really powerful strategy to use. So thank you for taking us through that.